I wonder if we should get a new intro song.
Maybe.
I mean, I like it, but it's just it feels more of like something that we need to actually sit down and edit videos with. I don't know. I've seen
That's
some
fair.
do some different ones, but I don't know. But how's it going, Alistair?
Going, man.
You have a good Christmas or
I
Xmas?
did I did have a good Christmas. I don't know who. Do you know anybody that calls it X?
I just see it on Twitter all the time. I put on there, it's not Xmas, it's Christmas. Do you
Oh,
think a lot of people have a lot of problems with putting Christ in Christmas? Getting all religious on you right now?
no.
Do you have a problem with it?
No. Honestly, I don't give a shit.
So you don't have a problem with Jesus, is what you're saying.
No, not really.
I feel
I
like
mean, I don't know. I don't give a shit.
it's gonna be like the raging theme throughout this whole episode.
That I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
but I'm just saying, like, if people have a problem with Christmas, but I mean, what if people? Most people just say it on Christmas anyway. But like we had that conversation last week where I said, "Are you a Happy Holidays guy? Are you inclusive?" And you said that you're a Happy Holidays guy, but you're also a Christmas guy on Christmas.
Happy Holidays encompasses Christmas.
True,
I
but
don't think it really matters, really, does it?
I don't know.
Because I mean,
I know some people have a problem
It's
with it.
it's like it's the equivalent of saying have a nice day because you're saying happy holidays and or Merry Christmas to somebody you don't know that handed you your McDonald's bag at the drive-through.
That's a fair point.
So I mean it's again the equivalent of saying have a good day and then you say you too or I love you or whatever ends up coming out of your mouth as you drive away.
That's true. That's true. But did you get anything good for Christmas? I know you said something about Apple Nest or whatever. What was it that you got?
The I got the Apple HomePod,
Ah,
which is like the equivalent of like the Google Home and all that other
oh.
fun jazz.
So like, what do you do with it? I don't even know much about it. Is it? Didn't I think it's just like a
It's a Siri in a spherical box.
really? That's it.
I mean, it's a one hell of a speaker. Um, and I got an Apple TV, and honestly, I'm contemplating getting another one of these HomePods because I wanted a soundbar for a while.
Yeah.
Um, and I got an Apple TV, so uh, I can just have that hooked up through the Apple TV,
Okay.
and I can have two of them, and
Oh,
they
I
can
see what
just
you're
play.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and because it is a bumpy little thing. I mean, it is. I'm honestly a little bit bigger than like the old Google Home,
Yeah.
and it's a thumpy device.
But it's like the Apple TV. Is it just like the box? Is that what you got?
Yeah,
Like, oh, okay.
yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
if they. I didn't. I don't know much, but I have the Apple app on TV. I mean, does that
Right.
count?
It's just like it's like a Amazon Fire Stick or something, but just with
Ah,
Apple.
gotcha. Do you like
I
it?
just oh yeah.
Does it have like
I'm con
everything?
yeah, it's basically I mean, I'm sure there'll be more apps in the future, but it's just a slim down version of a fucking Apple device.
Huh, gotcha.
Once you boot it up, it's like a home page of your iPhone with
Oh,
all your
really?
apps and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah. And you can download new apps and all other fun jazz.
What were you using before?
A Fire Stick, which was
Ah,
doing fine.
so
But I've got a Roku TV and smart TVs, like those kind of TVs, and especially if they're cheaper, which I buy cheaper TVs. They slow down over time.
yeah.
They just don't process things well after a while, so I ended up buying like the stick itself just because it was once those go bad, then fuck it, that's $30. I'm not gonna have to buy a new TV.
That's true.
Um, but I do like the Apple TV thing because you're able to close apps without like basically resetting the like device itself. So it doesn't like because sometimes they just keep a device Like the Fire Stick would keep um apps open in the background. So when you go back to them,
Oh, okay.
it comes back to where you left off, which takes up more processing power and
Yeah,
computing.
that's true. I uh I just use my Xbox still. It's kind of like the best for me for using my multimedia options. And
Right.
I don't get like the draw of smart TVs anymore just because like when they were first came out they were a big deal, but now like you said with Apple TV, Roku, Fire Sticks, why spend that extra money for a TV that got all that internal components when you can spend $30 and get one that's perfectly fine. But I don't even know if you can get like 4K TVs that are like not even smart. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, they all like TVs come with their like now basically Samsung programming.
Yeah,
But eventually that shit's gonna just get old
yeah.
and I'm just not about it.
It's not too bad. That's a pretty good score. So you got your Apple Home and your
Yep.
Apple TV, and then you got your Samsung monitor. You
Yes, I
made
did.
you made out on the electronic front pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I made a list this year for Christmas, which is
What are
the
you
first
three?
time I've. Huh?
What are you three?
No, but it was just easier to pass out a list, for people that were asking, and
You're like
which
27,
in
right? I mean, I'm just wondering. Just
28,
oh my bad. So
which I in turn used as this is what I want list. So there was some stuff I didn't end up getting, and I ended up picking up yesterday at Best Buy.
were you
I
upset? Were
wanted
you like the little kid stomping like when you didn't get what you
no.
want? Did you like
I got a
yell at
bunch of
Hannah?
stuff. Like I got an iFixit kit, which I've wanted forever.
Oh, really? Did you get one of those? I've been thinking
Yeah.
about getting one myself.
I
Yeah.
asked for a first aid kit for Christmas and I got mocked for it because I didn't have one. I wanted like a travel one for my backpack. Because when I go out, like not like just to the store and shit, but like when I go traveling and stuff, I take my backpack with me. I've got like a laptop and all the gadget shit that you take with you when you go
Yeah.
out. And I just wanted a to go first aid kit, and I got mocked relentlessly over it.
You know you can
And
buy like band-aids and cream and stuff at like the dollar store, right? And
I'm aware.
so like
Um, but I there was questions. What do you want for Christmas? And I was just like, fuck it, I might as well ask for this. Well, I ended up getting two very nice first aid kits.
wow. You got mocked relentlessly for it and yet you still got it.
Yeah, I wanted a new like another hard drive for my computer because I was running out of space. I was tired of downloaded games
Yeah.
being done with said games and having to uninstall and then wanting to come back and have to reinstall. So I didn't get that, but I ended up buying that for myself yesterday.
What'd you get? What kind?
I got a crucial. Best Buy has a deal on crucial, solid states,
Oh, did they?
and
Oh, you went
for like
solid
80.
state?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already have. I'm literally just moving stuff back and forth.
Ah,
So
okay.
my current games are going to be on my NVMe, um, and my like holding games are just going to be on the solid state.
Okay. Not bad. What'd that set you
I've got
back?
$89,
I don't
which
think
is a deal for a terabyte of solid state memory.
that's true. I think I paid maybe close to 100 for my terabyte with my Samsung Evo.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad, but yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Right now's a good time to find stuff because they're just trying to get rid of all the crap that didn't sell over Christmas.
Right.
So it's a good time to be
Yeah,
stocking up.
I mean, I was gonna end up going to Micro Center, but I figured if I could find what I want for like $10 over, it'll save me $10 in gas just to buy it at Best Buy.
Yeah,
And I was able to get, because I also wanted to get a couple fans for my computer, so I was able to get two fans, the SATA cable, and a hard drive for 120 bucks,
not bad.
which is what I was gonna spend on a hard drive. So,
Yes. Yeah, man, that sucks about Micro Center around here. Like I've never been, and I've always wanted to go, but it's just so freaking far. You got to go on the north side of Cincinnati, all around the loop, at the top of the
yeah,
loop.
you gotta really plan it out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, because I mean, I always end up spending a significant amount more money than I planned on spending. So,
Hmm. Well, as long as it works for you. I'm glad Best Buy has it. I'm kind of leery sometimes of buying stuff from Best Buy, but I haven't been steered wrong yet, so
right.
I can't say too much about it.
They're definitely expanding because they used to have like a real good section for PC parts, and then they got rid of all of it, and now they're starting to build back up. So,
Yeah, when I had to build mine out, I had to go buy my processor at Best Buy because it wasn't going to arrive in time from Amazon,
yeah.
and it was right there. They had several. I was like, cool, I need that one,
Yeah.
which
I
was
mean, they're definitely, like I said, they're building back up. I think you can almost build an entire computer at Best Buy now.
there you go. They got cases. I haven't seen cases there.
They on an occasion they do.
Okay. That's only like the one thing I didn't really notice when I was there looking at the processor. I didn't see if it had
Yeah.
any like cases.
But they usually have like higher end cases, and
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
people don't want those. I mean, I understand. My first case was a like $15-20 fucking Corsair case that came with nothing. It was
Mine was a
a
Leon Lee. I like my Leon Lee cases. They're actually a pretty big name in cases, but it
yeah,
wasn't like a hugely amazing case. But I didn't need it. It's just holding my stuff. I'm not using it to look for looks. I want it to just.
right.
It's supposed to just be there just for it to use for purpose, not for looks. So it is what it is. But it still looks good.
Do you get anything that you were super desiring?
What? Like for me, I don't really. I mean, I like Christmas, but I don't really want anything. I don't ask for anything, so it makes it even
Right.
like 10 times difficult. But I did get a Grogu. I did get one of
Okay.
them. Yep, he's sitting on my desk there.
John Favreau said that it is okay to call him Baby Yoda.
Well, he's wrong. So we're moving on. I also got a cup from my niece's coffee cup because I love coffee, and
Okay.
it says Uncle Yoda Best. Yoda
Oh,
and
that's
then
pretty cute.
Best. Yeah, so I mean I had that, and I got I got a pocket watch from my sister, which I don't carry pocket. I don't carry them, but I like them. So
Yeah.
I got several of them.
I mean, I don't need pocket knives, but I have like 30 of them, so.
You always need a pocket knife. You never know when you're
Y-
gonna need it.
Yeah, but like, I
I get it.
basically just like opening and closing them over and over again.
I see. And I also got a projector and projector screen.
Oh, nice.
So those
Is it
are,
like a nice projector?
as it's a mini projector.
Okay.
It's not like an $800 projector, but
Right.
it looks really good though. And
That's good.
my projector screen is it's pretty nice as well. It's got a little remote, comes down when I want it to, and I'm
Nice.
finishing setting that up. So it's pretty good. This is really
When
good. A really good Christmas.
when I eventually build a man cave, I will have one of those.
Oh, they're a
Yeah.
must-have.
Yeah.
I just think it's the only thing I need. Like I've already got like all the mounting stuff where I had to order from Amazon, and I just need to find a good set of speakers. So that's my last thing on my list. Find a
Um,
nice set of
yeah.
speakers for them. Because the speaker
Yep.
in
I
it's
mean,
not that bad, but it's not
right.
the best. So
I just think like the fact that you can use I mean, projectors have gone come so far that you can, I mean, for like a nice man cave area, you can use a projector as a TV instead of just
hmm
buying a big ass TV.
yep, that's what I would do. I wouldn't waste spending $800, five, six, $700, $800 on a TV when I can buy like a nice projector screen and a pretty decent uh projector for like under $200.
Right.
So like, I mean, of course, like if it's in your man cave, you're not gonna use it all the time,
Right.
so it doesn't need to be amazing. But still, I mean, plus the allure of having a projector and a projector screen is like tenfold over a
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I get a lot. I get pretty excited when I hit the button for it to come down. I hear it whoosh, coming down. I'm like, that's pretty neat. It's just worth it right there. So,
Right.
But yep, it was pretty good. It's like I just told I'd rather than spend money on kids and stuff. I don't need
Yeah.
anything, so
I love buying gifts.
I know you do.
I
Worth
I
mine.
love buying gifts. I honestly thought about getting you. I'm not gonna tell you, but I think I'm gonna get you something
Oh,
as
don't
like
do
a
that.
late gift.
You don't need to do that. Well, my birthday is coming up, so you know.
So
No.
we had good Christmases,
Yes.
but
Oh God.
Nashville did not.
What a segue.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. That segue.
So because I was like on my phone, just browsing while everybody was like playing the VR thing while we were at my wife's sister's house for Christmas.
Okay.
And I'm like looking on Twitter and I saw that there's a fucking explosion in downtown Nashville.
Yeah. I think I saw it like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I
that was
get
about the time I saw it too.
and like I hadn't looked at my phone really much all Christmas Day. So first I thought it wasn't really a real thing at first. Like I just thought maybe it was a like some kind of like a mechanical thing happened that just exploded. I didn't know there was like
Right.
malice involved.
Yeah.
So and then RB it made me think of Breaking Bad for some reason. I'm like, oh,
I mean, it was definitely crazy.
didn't it
So,
didn't it shut down like towers and stuff like
yeah,
communication towers?
it was in front of the AT&T building,
I have
which is
AT&T.
weird because when I was in Nashville, they have a lot of rooftop bars, and I got incredibly inebriated many years ago,
Good
and
times.
I kept seeing taller and taller rooftop bars. So we kept going to the taller and taller rooftop bars until I reached, I think, the pinnacle. I don't even know what the place is called. I just did not see any more rooftop bars that were taller than the one that I was on.
Okay.
But I did look over at the AT&T building and just thought like, "Oh my God, how crazy it would be to drink up there." But so that's my feelings with that AT&T building. I didn't think, oh my God, 5G is gonna kill me, because from what I understand, that
Yeah.
is what this person's intent was to, I don't know, destroy the 5G in Nashville.
Yeah, that's what I read too. It said that I think he was a former employee as well of
Okay.
like AT&T. I think I can't confirm that, but he, and he said that he thought 5G was gonna be spying on them.
Which is weird because it's just the internet itself spies on
Yeah,
people. So whatever.
but do you remember like when they first brought out 5G? What was it last year? Maybe closer to 2 years ago. That was like the big conspiracy theory that
Yeah,
5G
but
was.
I also remember when 4G was the same thing.
But
4G spying on you, and it's just like, what? But I was like fairly childlike when 4G, I say for childlike, I was in my teens and I had a smartphone.
yeah, I remember
But
when
when
4G came out. Yeah, LTE. I remember when LTE came out. That was a
Yeah,
huge freaking deal.
and people were just like, oh, they're spying and blah blah blah, and it's just like, oh, you guys do know that your Facebook and Googles and all the everythings are
Yeah,
spying at all the times.
yeah.
It just is.
Well, the one thing that Alistair liked about it was like, oh, I can look at my porn a lot quicker on my phone than I could before.
I'm not a phone porn guy.
Are you?
And I also don't have 5G. So,
And I'm talking about LTE when it first came out.
oh,
In your formative years, or 4G in your formative years.
no, I honestly do not think I'm it's such a small screen. Plus back in the day when it was such a tiny screen.
That's true. His phones are getting bigger. When phones first came out, they're like, can we get them smaller? And now
Right.
everybody's phones is like huge. Like we got to go plus. Can't get
Right.
the regular size or Pro now. They're not even calling it Plus anymore. The Pro is a little bit bigger than the iPhone 12. Get the iPhone
Right.
12 Pro.
I do want um the mini. I want to touch the mini real bad because I
Oh
think I would
God,
like it.
I bet you would. It's back to the tick. I'm not going down that road. I'm not. I am not taking that bait. It but I also saw online. I don't know what the validity of this is. Validity of this is because you never know with Twitter. That somehow the explosion was near one of the buildings with the voting machines. Like
Really?
something about.
I didn't read any of that.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick on my phone because I saw something about it where they said that that's where they were keeping some of the voting machines. I'm
I
trying to see.
did I did hear that he was like a QAnon nut, so maybe I mean that's from what I understand, they are saying that this person died in the RV. I will say, hey, what a guy. This man has no intentions of hurting anybody besides himself and I don't know businesses,
Yeah.
but whatever, so is COVID. But like he was just like, "You know what? I'm going out here. I think that 5G is bad. I want to end my life clearly, but I don't want to hurt anybody else. So I'm just going to let everybody know, don't fucking come around me cuz this bitch is blowing up."
That's true. Because I remember when I first heard, I was like, "Well, how many people did it kill?" And they're like, "It didn't really hurt anybody. I think it injured like 3 people, but it
Yeah,
didn't kill. It
and
didn't."
they're all recovering today.
Oh, that's good. So I mean,
So,
I guess he wanted to make his point, and his point was explosion in the RV with his life included. So
yeah.
I guess he
And
felt so strong about it.
yeah, I mean that's got to be one hell of cuz I mean, it was counting down for a while from what I understand. So this
Hmm.
man was just like I just feel like he had a whole lot of time to rethink his fucking life, and he was still not on board on rethinking it.
Yeah, he's like, man, it's like his life is just going through his, like,
Yeah,
going in
like
his
he's just
mind.
like,
He's just,
oh, in a few minutes, I'm gonna end up killing myself. Like most people, I mean, I assume I've never killed myself, so I don't know what's going on through people's heads.
yeah,
But like, I assume you are just like, ah, fuck this, I'm gonna end it, and then you kill yourself, right? This
true.
guy had to sit there for like a half hour, and
You would have thought like his conscience would have
He,
came in and been like,
yeah, he'd be
hey,
like, "Oh, you know what? This might not be a good idea."
but apparently he believed so strongly in it that
Yeah, he clearly was ready to. That was it. That he was ready to be done.
here's the tweet I saw. It says, so the Nashville explosion just happened to be at the AT&T location where they just so happened to control the cooling system for the Kraken and house the Dominion voting machines. The Dominion voting machines and drives for forensic audit. So somebody
Oh, so
apparently,
people. Well,
yeah,
some people are saying like I saw some people are like, "Oh, it's fucking Antifa," and then I'm
yeah,
thinking, well, first off, I think that group's a bit dumb, and this is a little seems a little more intelligent than that. And then other people are like, uh, oh, it's the right, the fucking QAnon people. And then I'm thinking, well, this seems a little smart, and those people are a little dumb. So, I
can't give
didn't
him a,
know
can't give him enough
who to,
credit for it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. That's yeah. I don't think most of those groups really have the drive. They
right,
mostly want to just stay like for QAnon, stay behind their monitors, and
right.
Antifa just want to stick to their marching and
Yeah, they just do like
protesting.
they do group activities.
Yeah,
They
they don't
like
do
group
things.
activities. This didn't seem like a very group activity.
One dude, one RV, and one big bomb.
Yeah. Which reminds me about the Vegas shooting a few
Oh,
years
okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Because there's still no motive, there's still no nothing, which the theory is the man just snapped and was just like, fuck this, I'm outie, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do all this, which I mean that's fucked. Like that's crazy that somebody can just like
Yeah.
go from a normal everyday person to just be like, hey, you know what, I feel like destroying lives today.
0 to 100 in a matter of like five
Yeah.
seconds.
From because like the word is that he was like gambling and all that other stuff the entire time he was planning on just mowing down people.
Yeah.
Like they're because they don't really have a motive. It was just senseless violence
And I remember when a lot of people, like, the whole thing about this RV thing, too, was nobody really noticed the RV there.
because it wasn't there for the longest time.
Yeah. So, like, it
It
was
was
just,
it was just all of a sudden there, and like in the middle of a one-way road.
yeah. So, like, it was just kind of appeared. And it kind of made me think about, like, you just brought up the Las Vegas thing, and people were saying, well, how'd this guy get this guns up into this room without anybody noticing? And I'm like, I don't, if you've never been to Vegas and been in the lobby of one of their hotels, you would miss a lot because nobody is paying attention to anything that anybody's doing. You could
Right,
probably wheel in, like, dead bodies in there and nobody would really notice.
right.
It's insane there. So, like, just going back to the RV, the people were like, well, you would have think somebody would have seen a suspicious vehicle. No, not. I mean, people are observant, but
Until it started hollering, "Hey, get away!
yeah,
I'm blowing up."
yeah, true. And, and also, it happened in Cincy too. I didn't know you saw that. There was a mysterious RV parked in front of like one of the courthouses, and
Really?
they had to shut it down for a while, and they were investigating it. And then
When
first,
was this?
this was Christmas Day as well,
Really?
and nothing. It was nothing. But I'm just like that person reading the news. Like, do they not know what just
Yeah.
happened in Nashville? Like, you picked a really bad spot to park your RV.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they don't read the news.
They probably don't. They're probably like disconnected. They're taking a road trip,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, we'll just park here."
Right. No big deal.
No,
Um,
nobody cares.
right.
But I just find it I find the conspiracy theories are just gonna be running rampant with this. So you're really never gonna know, kind of like the Las Vegas shooting,
Right.
but
Yeah. I mean,
what made him snap, except that he thinks 5G is gonna kill you. But
which I mean, I've got a 5G box literally right next to me, and I'm doing all right, I think.
wasn't it said that they thought the radio waves was what's gonna kill people, or was gonna?
Some people are saying 5G's causing COVID because
That's
it's
yeah.
changing your DNA, and it's just like, no, it. Come on.
I also said it was causing cancer too. So
Well, that might be a thing,
you
but
think
that's
so?
just. I mean,
Just because
I
of radio waves and
I
what?
don't know what could cause cancer. There's so much that can cause cancer. It's fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous. We're literally just like designed to end up with cancer, I assume.
that's true because you see
Some
people.
people are and some people aren't.
Yeah, some people that have never smoked a day in their life, and they turn like and they get in 60, 62 years old, like, oh, you have lung cancer. Well,
Yeah.
I've never
Never
smoked.
been around a cigarette.
Yeah,
It just happens. Or
so
children like 2 years old end up with cancer.
yeah, like how?
Yeah, I just think our bodies are just some people got the lottery to not get it and some people end up with cancer.
Yeah, some people get the short end of the stick, as they say.
Right. Or
So
some people end up around Monsanto, you know, and just end up with they're just like, "You know what? I want to kill the weeds that are in the front of my lawn," and Monsanto's just like, I mean, causes cancer, I think.
yeah, you're right. But I mean, we can't all be, I guess, genetically superior or whatever. What's the word?
Yeah.
I guess we all
I
can't.
mean, essentially, like if I feel like if honestly, I feel like if you live to be 70, you done lucked out
Oh yeah,
because I don't think
we've had this conversation before. Like, what age do you feel like is a good time? Like, when life, once you hit this age, like any year after that, you're just like, ah, that's cool. But
yeah.
once you make it to like a certain age, and you said it was 70,
Yeah, I think 70 is a solid age. What more could you ask for?
so
The fuck are you doing after 70?
I'm not. I'll be
I
lucky.
mean,
Yeah, I'll be lucky to make it to 70, but true.
I'm just saying, like, what the fuck am I gonna do after 70? I don't have any. I'm granted, obviously, I don't have plans, I mean, I'm not in politics, so I can't be like running for president because I feel like that's a minimum age at this point. Uh,
True.
but
True. That's true though. I mean, because like you said, the physical part of it probably would be wear down. You can't. Of course, you don't do a lot of physical things either.
I do not.
How's your life gonna
I
change then? Because you don't. I mean, you don't do anything too
I'm just
crazy.
saying. Well, I mean, if I build a life up to 70, hopefully it's enough to pass on to whatever I end up with. If I end up with children or I don't know something,
Yeah.
and I just like it, that's my life. That was that. And that was fun. And
Mm.
then I go to sleep one day and I wake up an ant or something. Restart it
Oh
all over
God. Oh
again.
yes. Reincarnation.
Yeah.
It's possible. I guess we really don't know. I guess why that's why it's called faith. You just have faith in a certain thing.
I would
But
like to end up on another planet though. That would be fun.
I mean, with
Like
the
an
more
alien.
yeah, with more you wouldn't be alien then. I mean, you would be
Right, but alien to me now.
true. True.
That would be fun.
It's I don't man I don't know. If I had to be reincarnated, I think I'd like want to be like an elephant. They're pretty dope. I like elephants. Or maybe an owl.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
care.
be any animal. That sounds fucking shitty.
Why?
Because your life is just. I feel like if I have to be worried at all times about whether or not I am going to eat,
Yeah.
sleep, fuck, or get eaten, I don't want to have. That's so much pressure.
So you want to be at the top of the food chain essentially, and you think
Yeah, I
maybe
just want to be another top food chain.
well,
I basically just want to do. I want to just restart this. I want to end up where I'm at, maybe, I don't know, 70 years into the future.
that's yeah. But with science,
Maybe I'll just end up being a robot, and I'd
oh
be fine with that too.
jeez, could you imagine? And like it'd just be like your head, so it'd be your brain, and you just
No, why would I don't want my brain. I just want, because that's a flaw. That's a flawed system too. I
why
just
is it?
want, I just want a robot. Like if I go down the street and my arm comes off, I do want my dick still. I want to keep my dick.
Well, if you're a robot, you can't feel anything, so how's that gonna matter?
I want to still have my dick.
Ah, okay, all right, that's fine. That's
So,
fair.
I mean, how else? I need to be able to fuck stuff, right? That's what humans do.
That's
We
true, and
literally fuck or fuck stuff up.
that's true. And speaking of being fucked, uh, COVID relief.
Yeah, everybody's fucked.
So
Look at
now
this. We are mastering segues.
we are. I was waiting for it because as soon as you said it, I was like, he set it up perfectly. But since now Trump vetoed it,
Yep.
the $600 is probably not. I don't know. I can't remember if they have enough. Do they have 60 votes to overturn it? I think they do. But
Probably. I look. I just feel like at first I was thinking, okay, this man is out here. Maybe he's compassionate. Then I realized it's not compassion. He's just talking out of his ass to talk out of his ass because
you can't give him the
nobody.
benefit. You can't give him the benefit of the
No, I
doubt.
literally can't because he could just be like, okay, I'm signing. I'm literally just signing. Everybody gets $2,000, and it can be it. It can absolutely be like, uh, what am I trying to say?
Executive order.
Yeah, he could do an executive order, and it can definitely be pushed back upon. But if he wanted to do that, he could do that. And he's not. It's all bullshit talk that he's just like, hey, this should get done. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I, at first I was just like, oh, maybe he isn't a super cunt. And look where we're at. He doesn't give a shit.
I think, well, any executive order is wrong. So anything that, if he was gonna,
Well,
anything like
you
that,
and Mr. Barr completely agree and disagree.
well, Mr. Barr, he doesn't work there anymore, so he doesn't concern me. But any executive order is unconstitutional. But granted, I do like that he did kind of say something like, $2,000. Granted, it was a puffy chest moment because he knows he's got to leave. He knows he's just trying to say whatever face he can do or whatever to drum up more support to possibly overthrow his election, but which will never happen. But I think it was kind of cool that he did make the stand anyway, regardless of what the motives were.
Yeah.
So, but I just thought it was freaking hilarious when the Democrats were like, no, 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 we have to pass it now. We need to pass it. It's $600, and he's like,
Well,
well, you wanted 2,000 to begin with, but he's like, well, we do $600 now. Like,
I
okay,
think there were definitely some Democrats doing that, and they were just basically being dickheads. But there were some out there that were just like, okay, well, let's put a vote for it. Like, let's like put a vote to double it up or whatever. And nobody wanted to do that. Nobody wants to do this $600. Literally, they want to sneak in stupid fucking bills. Like, if you are streaming fucking
yes,
like copyrighted stuff.
I wondered if you were gonna bring that up. I was wondering, yeah,
Yes. Some dickhead decided that was a good idea.
yeah, they
And
put
it's
that in.
just, it's
Yeah,
like stupid shit. It doesn't matter. Like, no, they don't give a fuck. And nobody does. Nobody will, and nobody does. It will eventually get to the point where your landlords, your banks, your other people that aren't getting paid because people don't have money are gonna be like, I'm actually losing money right now, and then
yeah,
there'll be a bailout for them. It'll be some gigantic fucking bank home loan bailout because people can't afford their shit. That if they would have just helped people in this time of need, because you have one side saying we don't want to be locked down, the other side saying let's lock down just to fucking halt shit for a minute.
yeah.
And it's to the point where you can't even lock down anymore. It's unfeasible. At the beginning of the year, if they would have just told everybody, "Hey, I'm sorry. This is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna give you 2 months rent, essentially, basically 2 months pay for people that cannot afford this. Everybody has to stop. We cannot move. Like, your grocery stores can deliver you food if need be, but like that's it. That's like all that can really be done, and I think it would have been fine.
I disagree, but that's just because you stop moving doesn't mean the virus is gonna stop existing. So I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think it would have slowed things down.
I think it would have slowed things down, but we would have had to go through this a lot earlier.
I
These
mean, look at
spikes.
look
Good.
at fucking some of the other countries that did stop.
Hmm.
New Zealand,
That's an island.
Grand.
That's an island.
I am not disagreeing with you. And I understand how these smaller countries are able to do this also because some of these people are just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. We're way too fucking big to just tell everybody
Yeah,
to do something.
that's the problem.
Because not everybody's going to agree, like, because
No.
of we got a constitution that says we're free. So,
But I mean, I just, but regardless, I just think that with the decision that the government made, there should be payments to the citizens that have been caused havoc because of it. So
it's,
I don't know what the magic number is though. I know 600 isn't it? That's not
I
600
think
is
1200 is fine.
yeah,
I think that if we would have just done a couple 1200s, though you know me, I think that everybody under a certain threshold should get 1200,
yeah,
period. But because I think that that's a fine amount. I mean, even if you, but we're not going to go into this because it's just going to be
yeah. No,
me yelling at you for a half hour. But
what
it's
changes? What
just
makes that different than any other show though?
oh, fair enough. But I mean, to stay on topic,
Yeah,
they don't give a shit. They only care about people that are paying them, and once those people can't pay them or they complain about money issues, that's when because they don't look at our tax dollars as paying them.
That's yeah. I just don't know how
Even
it's
though
so difficult. It's just like how. I mean, Canada did it right, so I mean they figured it out pretty easy. So granted, our special interest is what's bogging it all
it
down.
is, and that should be an illegal thing. I'm 100% in favor of like outlawing special interests.
So you're for Citizen United then? You don't think that
Don't know what that means.
the Citizen United case where corporations could make political donations?
They can I don't think they should be able to.
So okay, that's fine. I mean, I could see
Because
because
it fucks up politics because
it
then
does.
corporations are the ones that are taken care of when the people need taken care of.
Yep.
If you fail, you fail. Fuck off. Bye.
Yeah. I just don't see how like it's so difficult to do a $1,200 payment for 6 months. I mean, maximum 6 months. I mean, I think 6 months is a good number, and I think that there should be a secondary fund, emergency fund that can be set up for people who are still in trouble that can go through whatever loophole or whatever
Well, you're
chain.
thinking too logically, friend.
I know it's just so simple, man. Why
I
can't why
I
can't
don't
people figure
know,
it out? But what was it, nine
but
hundred billion dollars?
yeah, but I mean, some people. Most of that was going to other dumb shit. So
Yeah, what was it? Gender studies in Ethiopia or something? Like some weird
well,
one I
there
read.
was some Ethiopia. There was some other like Israel getting money. There's a bunch of people getting money, but the U.S. citizens are just getting a little bit
Yeah, they're getting shafted
because
is what they're getting. Nothing.
I don't know.
It's just
It's wild. I mean, all of your tax dollars,
all
and
that
so, I mean,
your life.
going anywhere but to help you when you need help.
But do you feel like now that everything kind of quieted down, like do you? I don't hear much about it. Of course, I don't watch the news, but I read it. But I mean, it's not as widely talked about. Do you think that the vaccines, it's just slowly taken?
Um, I think that there are. I think it's still talked about. The numbers still go up every day. People still talk about like. I mean, the way. I mean, the stuff that I'm looking at least. I still
Yeah,
see people saying like. Basically, there was a bunch of cases in COVID. Like I just saw like a heat map and shit, and where it we're basically not that bad compared to the surrounding states around us are just fucked.
yeah. Indiana took a
So
pretty big hit. Ohio's still doing
Ohio's fucked.
Yeah. And I think the wine pretty much came out and said, just do whatever you want. We can't make you stop doing anything anymore.
Yeah.
He
I
kind of.
just wish people would just I I just the mask thing, just do that. Look, Asian countries do this shit. They people literally wear a mask if they have a cold. Why can't that just be adopted over here?
Because freedom.
Like, it just makes sense. Like, it's just a polite. I mean, it's literally just, hey guys, I'm acknowledging to everybody that I have a cold, and I don't feel like spreading said cold.
But do you think that might lead to people being like, oh, they have a cold. I can't let them in here?
No,
You don't think that'll happen? Like if they go to restaurants?
no.
Hmm. I
I
don't know.
just think that it's a polite. I mean, it's literally just. I'm trying to think. It's like using your turn signal. You don't have to, but you're basically just telling the people behind you, I'm gonna turn.
So you might want to slow down and not rear
Yeah,
end me.
exactly.
I mean, that's actually a pretty decent point. But I don't think Americans will ever do that. I mean, not because they don't care, but it's just freedom. Why should
And
I?
I sometimes.
But it is. I just think that I think overall people are just getting tired of it. I think with the vaccines
It
coming out.
doesn't matter. Like it just because you're tired of it doesn't mean that it just goes away.
Oh yeah,
And
I
that
agree. But
I mean,
I agree. I
I
still
just
wear
wish
my
people
mask and
would
all that stuff.
just accept. it's just it's people want to find something to be mad about, and I'm very much convinced about that.
Hmm. Well,
People are like, well, look at all these sheep, and it's just like you think that like I don't understand why people assume it's fake.
I know you're, cause I remember reading
It would be
articles.
different if it was just the United States. Like if you were just like, okay, guys, it is just us. We have some issues, and that's it. And then I could understand that if it was happening this year of election year and just the United States, I could kind of understand the conspiracy aspect of that.
Yeah,
But it is a worldwide thing. Like, it's not just. It's such a weird fucking thing to just be like, oh, it's bullshit.
yeah. I know there's still a lot of people who passed away, and a lot of people were saying that they thought it was fake, didn't really believe it, and just. I mean, I've never once thought it was fake. I mean, even with my kind of hesitance on it, I never thought it was fake. I always knew it was there. I just don't know how bad it was, but I wasn't willing to take the chance. So I followed all the guidelines like most people should. So
Right.
I mean, I just didn't figure it wasn't worth taking a chance for me. So I
I
figured, well,
mean, yeah, but like, it's just the people that, like, I know somebody that had COVID.
yeah,
And before they had COVID, they were like, it's a big hoax, blah, blah, blah. Then they ended up getting COVID. And then they said, it's not that bad. Like 2 days, they were just like, it's whatever. It's a cold. And
yeah,
then they ended up in the hospital and nearly having to be on a respirator and then getting out and still calling it a hoax. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
that's just ignorance. That's not like,
Like, how do you go through it, end up in the hospital? Because if it was just a cold, you're not going to the hospital. Most of the time, if it's the flu, you're not going to. You just take some fucking Sudafed and go to bed, and you're usually fine. But you poop. Sometimes you poop. Sometimes you puke. Sometimes you just have a fever. You know, the flu can be weird. But it's just like, and then at the end of all of that, you're just like, wasn't a big deal. And it's just because it's just like it wasn't a big deal to you because you lived.
that's fair. Also, we have some breaking news. Trump will sign the $900 billion stimulus tonight.
Okay. So what does that mean?
It will revert the shutdown and send the stimulus bill out. So $600 coming to
Oh,
you.
damn. That barely covers the shoes that I want.
He said, "Among understanding that the bill should have authorized blah 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 $2,000 instead of 600. He wanted spending cuts, but he said to revert the shutdown that he would sign it. So there you go.
Well, Nito burrito, I guess. I mean, with the fact that the everything stopped today for the most part, I think it's let's just see what ends up happening with this new fucking dude, which I can just only imagine that it's literally gonna be status quo
Yeah, Trump 2.0 without the constant
without the
tweeting.
yeah, that. And it's gonna I just I feel a weird like military thing coming on with
Oh
I don't
God.
know all of the black water people that are somehow a
Oh
part of the
yeah,
fucking cabinet,
yeah,
which blows my I it you know what, it doesn't blow my mind because this is man is a warmonger himself, so of course he'll have warmonger people in the cabinet.
yeah. I don't.
And you know what? Maybe we will get a couple more stimulus checks because I'm sure these companies or these people will want the companies that they used to work for, I'm sure are still getting paid from to get some extra money. I'm sure another couple trillion will go to some special interests, but we'll get a $1,200 check hidden in there too.
Yeah. Do you think that Trump will attend the inauguration?
No.
Man, that would be insane if he didn't do it.
Yeah,
Be
but
pretty
I
much
think
the
that
first
he's
time ever that I can think of.
I think he won't do it just to, I don't know, prove a point or something.
Well, there was some stuff where he said that he was going to start his 2024 campaign on that same day.
I
He was.
am convinced this man just doesn't want to get audited.
What do you think that you would think that his action would make it more susceptible to him to be audited? Do you think it?
I think like if you run for president or something, basically we like you don't have to let or like you can't something. I think things are like sealed,
Ah, gotcha.
and I think that that's honestly like why he keeps doing shit. I think he did some weird fucked up money stuff while he was president, a little before he was president,
Yeah.
and I think that that's just like trying to be hushed.
It could be interesting. I mean, to see what gets uncovered.
If he runs in 2024, if Biden does do Trump 2.0 without the tweeting, he's going to win again.
You think Trump will win
Yeah.
again or Biden win?
Oh, Trump.
Really?
Like Biden, but yeah, absolutely. Biden has to literally show that he is not exactly who he is. Because if Biden goes out there and does, because his base is shitty old white people. Like
And young
he
college students.
no.
Yeah.
They're
He got a lot of college
yeah,
students.
only because of the D in front of his fucking party thing. That's it.
True.
He doesn't have allegiance, and hopefully, if this isn't gonna happen, but I have hope. You know, sometimes you gotta go around with your real tight jeans and a mullet and an earring, and you have to have faith.
Oh.
And you have to hope that this man will prove to the Democratic Party, the voters, not the party themselves, because they're clearly fucked. The Democratic Party is not for the people. They do not give a shit. Just like the Republicans don't give a shit about you. Trump, Republicans. I don't think Trump is technically a Republican. I think Trump is an entire different party system that will catch. I mean, some might say white supremacy, but I don't think it's that deep. They just
Yeah.
attract those kind of people. But it's just, I just think that the two-party system is hopefully, hopefully, slowly dying.
Oh, I hope so too. I've been
I'm
hoping.
just hoping within like the next 15 years that all of these old people
Yeah.
just die and do not pass anything on. Their like ideals are not passed on.
It's. I just wish like if you go and look at like Parliament in Britain and other like government institutions, they're generally made. They have their two big parties, but they still have representation from three or four other parties, whether it be like a trying to I'm gonna use England as an example. There's the Scottish National Party,
Yeah,
so it's mostly people from Scotland, of course. And then they have of course they have their Socialist Party, where people who are elected in the Parliament are from the socialist sect of their politics. And
right.
I mean, even I mean, I don't like socialist policies, but I mean, I think the more that you have differing opinions, and the more that you have that kind of debate, I think the better the political world and spectrum is for. So, I think it makes it easier to come to a better compromise rather
Right.
than have a
We
do or
need to get rid of
die.
special interest.
I don't. I mean, I would be happy if there was several people from the Libertarian Party in the Congress. I'd be okay with socialists. We already have one technically, but he just likes to wave his hand around and point
Well,
at
he's on
stuff.
his way out too. I mean, half these people are gonna die soon.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want these people to pass their ideological fucked up values down. I
Hmm.
want people to come up and be like, hey, I struggled in this department. This
Yeah.
is where I think that this can happen. And then somebody else, I struggled in this other department that you didn't struggle in. And this is how I feel like this can happen. And you're going to have people, I want people from all walks of life to be represented.
Yeah.
I don't want Apple and Google and Facebook to be represented because that's not me.
Yeah.
Apple, I'm, I don't know. I'm, they're doing good things in some aspects. They're doing shitty things in other aspects. I like the privacy things. I want them to keep doing that.
It's I don't know. I just feel like the two-party system is like, of course, the our first president said political factions are the end of democracy, and essentially that's what happened. We created political factions, i.e., political parties, but I think more is better. Just having two to say, well, it's got to be
Yeah,
this way or this way. No, I
I
mean that's
agree. I
they're
think that you just need everybody.
yeah,
And I'm hoping because clearly Joe Biden is there is no longer like a left representative in the Democratic Party. It just doesn't exist. You have your I would assume you would more look them as socialists, but I think that that was what the left used to be. It kind of. But it's just everybody's a moderate, but with a different letter in front of their name. They're a moderate Democrat, or they're a moderate Republican. I don't even see the like Tea Party ish movement Republicans anymore.
I feel that um, moderate is better. I don't want people that have a huge like radical belief in one system. Like I don't want somebody who is completely anarchist, right-leaning anarchist, and I don't want a
I'd be
left.
fine with that though. Like if you even I mean obviously it's not going to go anywhere, but if you had just be like, "Hey, this is fucking stupid and this is why." I'd be
But
fine with that.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like I don't. I think, but I think that's how the parties are being made up now. Like the Democrats are skewing, rather than more being more moderate Democrats, they're skewing more what the right loves to say, radical leftists, but
Yeah.
more leftist beliefs, as well as the radical Republicans who are going far right than they should be, and they're missing those good moderate areas where from World War II on, the United States freaking flourished like no other. So I mean, because you had Eisenhower, who was a moderate Republican, who did a lot of government spending, but still had conservative values. And you went to JFK. Of course, that didn't work out well to him. He'll never
Yeah, he
visit.
pissed off the wrong people.
Yeah, he'll never go to Dallas again. But and and
Well,
you
I don't
had
think he'll go anywhere again, to be
I guess
honest.
I know, but that was just a I was trying to be funny. And then you had Reagan. Of course, I'm not even gonna mention Nixon, but just I mean those.
Reagan sucked it too. Fuck that guy.
I
He
like Reagan.
caused an awful lot of problems.
Mm,
War on drugs
well,
was
well, yeah.
one of the worst things that could ever
Oh,
happen to
it
the United
was.
States
It was. That's
because it
fair.
is still affecting the United States
Oh
today.
yeah, but we're
People
still.
are still in jail today from being charged for life sentences for weed.
I agree,
That is fucking unnecessary.
and that's changing now. Thank God.
And I do not give a flying fuck what he did good for the economy
You,
because
you,
of the devastation that he did for people. It just it that whole war on drug thing is so fucked.
it is. I would
I'm
agree. That is definitely the stain on his reign as president for sure. But I mean, Clinton didn't help out too much either. Thank God that we
Nope.
finally.
Fuck that guy too. I mean, the way that he also attacked drugs because it was a popular thing to do, it just
and it's terrible criminal reform law.
yeah.
So
I mean him and fucking Biden alike. Kamala Harris as well. Fuck that bitch too.
you're hating on everybody, ain't you?
Yeah, because they're all fucking hypocrites.
Everybody's got a target on their back with the ouster tonight.
Well,
We didn't even get the FPS. We didn't even get there.
I mean, how often do we get to the fourth topic, anyways?
That's true. 3 is usually the good number, but we
Usually
can all.
we bitch about something.
We. I didn't do a lot of complaining.
Usually I get on a tangent about something.
That's true. But it was good. But we agreed. I mean, especially like we were saying, in the political realm, I think more representation is better. So
get rid of special interests. It will never happen, but get rid of them.
Too much money, man. Those congressmen are making more money on the side than they are in their salary, so or congresswoman, so either or.
Hey, yeah. Gotta represent them both, right? They're both fucking us.
True.
Black, white, Asian, man or woman. They all want their money, and they don't give a fuck who's in the way.
Not Andrew Yang, though. He's already made his money. Do you think he cares?
Maybe.
You think he cares about the people? He's already made his money. Well, that's what a lot of people about Trump say. He's already made his money. He went
but
wherever that money is.
That's I want to know.
Dude, we'll find out about
a tax. Money is.
We'll find out. I think that's going to be a huge deal once Biden gets in, because he's going to be like so upset about his treatment of his son, Hunter, that he's going to be like, I want everybody to dig up whatever they can about him.
I hope not, because what a fucking waste of time.
I know, but who knows? He might not be he might not hold a grudge as much as Trump does, but who knows?
Well, I mean, he has to remember the grudge first.
That's a good point. Yeah. But we'll see if he makes it the 4 years. I hope he does. I mean, because I don't want to wish ill on anybody. So, but it should be an interesting January 20th or 21st or whatever day he comes in office. So.
Holy shit! Hey, before we go, Chuck E. Cheese Pizza, the company that I don't think is around very much anymore, was founded by the was created by the Atari founder.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it was a way to distribute
his games.
Atari games.
That's genius, though.
It is genius.
They're getting trounced now, though. Poor Chucky. That mouse is slowly dying.
It always smelled like feet. Who wants to go there?
Hey, good pizza, though.
No, they did not.
Oh, God.
We've talked about this. Their pizza's fucking gross. It's the equivalent of CC's pizza.
Oh, no, it's not. Even I will admit CC's is not the best, but for the price you pay... For the price you pay...
For the price you pay, you can get 2 or 3 Tostina's pizza, and you could be happier at home in your underwear.
I guess, but CC's has got a delicious macaroni and cheese pizza.
Gross.
The silence on the other end
really. They don't even. They use like elbow noodle noodles for their mac and cheese.
True.
Hard ass noodles on pizza.
I will admit that I have been there. I haven't been there in a long time. But the last time I went there, the crust.
They don't have one around us anymore.
Oh, the one up the road's not there anymore. They closed it.
No. Yeah, it's gone. It's been gone.
I didn't know that. That's sad.
Yeah.
They closed Famous Dave's too. I was pretty sad about that.
It is what it is. You don't succeed. You don't succeed.
I had a great sandwich, but yeah, like you said though, they didn't make it. Just poor COVID. COVID's killing everything, people and food. Well, my friend, I guess that will.
It's been fun.
Has it been fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, always. It's always fun.
I did too. It's always good.
I'm almost glad I didn't cancel today.
Oh god, I'm almost glad. Thank you for giving me just a little bit there. But it
You're
was
welcome.
good. So I guess we'll talk about first-person shooter and how much you hate last man standing games next time. So,
Sounds good.
so I don't know why, but they're fantastic. But it is what it is
They're boring as hell.
to some people. But next time will be the new year, so I won't. I'll probably talk to you before, but not on here until after
Yeah.
the new year. So you have a
I'll
good new
see
year.
the all the people that don't watch this
Oh
next year.
jeez. the 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 small number in 2021. Hopefully, it brings us much better than what 2020 brought us.
Yeah, hopefully the aliens show up.
You and your fascination with aliens. Maybe they will.
I'm ready. I'm ready.